So we've just arrived at m.a.r.e.s in Amersham, which is a charity, and there's lots of horses and geese and all sorts of excitement here. So that alone will be fun today. They're just setting up our obstacles for the day. There appears to be lots of ribbons and bollards and things, so it should be fun. What have we got? Poles, so we know we can do those. And we've got ribbons, flags, hula hoops. Not sure if the horse or I have to do the hula hoops. And barrels. And this. I think that's called an S bend. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm talking about. And a flag over here. Let's get Jack out the lorry and see what he thinks. What are they doing? Drinking tea, unsurprisingly. Nearly fell out the lorry. There's hula hoops out there. I'm not sure whether I have to do the hula hoops or the horse has to do the hula hoops.
Your mother's good at hula hoops.
Is she? Oh, that'd be good. So you can come in and do that bit. Good. But I said if it's Jack, we're going to need considerably bigger hula hoops. Jack was quite fresh when he first came out of the lorry, excited to meet new equine friends. It was quite hard to keep his attention. Sandra suggested we start with the S-bends. Poles are something he's familiar with, and it maybe would get his attention on his feet, and maybe even me. He wasn't very focused to start with, every little distraction, but it did start to get his attention, for moments at least. It's such great exercise, and it makes sure as a handler you control every one of his legs. Standing after the exercises was important, but not something Jack was very keen on. Lots of scratches as a reward. We then moved on to the next exercise, tarpaulin. I was really pleased that he walked straight over it, although a little carefully, but instantly distracted by the geese in the field next door. Second time was better though, which is great, it's all you can ask for, and even less distracted. One thing I really enjoyed about this course was the focus on the horse psychology aspect of it. Any regular viewers will know I'm a big psychology fan. The idea that we always go back to the exercise he's familiar and comfortable with. We then try something new, pushing his boundaries a little bit, but never stressing him out or pushing him too far, and then going back to something he's familiar with, making it easy for him to do the right thing. I think that's so important.
Good. You've got the fence. Breathe out. Breathe out. Good. And lovely use of letting the line out. What a great Jack.
It was interesting that Sandra instantly picked up on my breathing. It seems to be a familiar theme. Breathing out, making sure I keep my adrenaline low all the time. So after we pushed Jack a little bit on quite a scary exercise, we went back to the S-bend, something calm. I did lots of breathing, and then we came around, tried again.
And he doesn't catch his bottom or anything else. And we'll exhale. And we'll exhale. Yes, lovely. Well done.
It was then umbrella time. Isn't that something that like all horses are scared of? It was interesting just giving him some time to look at it and building up incrementally. Sandra then opened the umbrella and let Jack look at it and then follow it. Predators and dangerous things don't walk away, so that horses find it a lot easier to trust something that's moving away from them. Again, horse psychology.
Come up, Daisy, and I touch you on the shoulder.
As if you're the queen.
What a lovely horse.
Now this is something my gran's been trying to train me for many, many years. I'm not sure why I was teaching my horse how to do it. But it is a silly thing. We expect horses to walk past bins and deal with these kind of things, but we never actually give them the time to see them and appreciate they're not going to hurt you. Although I'm not convinced stinky bin bags will not hurt you. I tried to teach Jack that anyway. I loved it that by this point of the day, Jack was much more focused on me and waiting patiently and respecting me.
Granny would be so proud.
Scott, I'd like to get you down through the
It was interesting that every exercise was designed slightly different. This one, there were distractions either side, the in and outs, the controlling your horse. This exercise, ponies are meant to actually stand on the box with you, but we decided, due to Jack's rather large size, it may not be the best idea. So I just got a few dance moves in instead. Jack didn't seem that impressed. This is Jack's stable buddy, Flash, maybe proving that men are just better at bin stuff. At the end of the session, Sandra made us pick 5 of our favourite obstacles and showed her how we were getting on. Jack obviously did brilliantly with the S-bends by this stage. I found it really interesting just to spend some quality time with Jack, on the ground, no pressure, no riding, just spending some time doing little obstacles. I really genuinely felt that by the end of the session we'd made a huge step forward in our bond, in our trust with each other. And although my mum thought I was slightly odd saying that showing preparation was going to horse agility, I think she was convinced too. I just think it's such a great thing to do with any horse that's going to be competitive in any sphere. Just take this time to do this kind of work.
And Daisy and Jack. And to our inaugural, is that what you say, gentlemen? No one stops. Really good. And a good boy. Is that it?
It's preparation.
That was so much fun. I really enjoyed that. Jack was quite tense at the beginning, but really tried everything, and it was so good for him just to stand and have horses doing stuff and flags and scary things, and just in a really low-key kind of environment. And Sandra is amazing because she just is like, no pressure, we're just going to take one step, everything is calm. And she again repeated the breathing, so I obviously have a tendency not to breathe, which might be useful, but I think it was really good for him and me to kind of develop that kind of trust between each other as well. And I think it reminded me how much you can do, not even riding, with your horse. So I would highly recommend it for anyone to give it a go. I had so much fun, and Jack seemed to too.